Greetings once again, fellow book lovers. It's time for the latest edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online, where I present to you a book that I've read, reviewed, and recommend, and this one's a good one. It is Nash Falls by David Baldacci. This is published by Grand Central Publishing. It retails for $17.99 in the United States, $25.99 in Canada, and it is 430 pages long. David Baldacci needs no introduction. I've been reading his books for a long time now. The very first series that I read and enjoyed and wished he would bring back was The Camel Club. He's had a lot of different series since then. They've all been bestsellers. This is a brand new series featuring Walter Nash. And let me tell you, it's a book you will not be able to put down. It is David Baldacci at his best, though he's always at his best with every book that he puts out. In this, we meet Walter Nash. He works for the Sybaritic Investment Corporation. He's very high up in the company totem pole. He's part of the acquisitions department, and he's done a lot for the company. His boss is Rhett Temple, and he respects Walter Nash. And there's so much going on that it's hard really to know where to start at first. Walter's father, Tiberius, he dies, and at the funeral, a former Vietnam War buddy, a black buddy of his who goes by the name of Shock, he suddenly interrupts the funeral, and he stands at the front there and he says a lot of things. And he basically says that Ty, Walter's father, was really not that proud of Ty. And he disrupts the whole funeral service, and then he walks out. And it's food for thought for Walter, because he was never that close to his father. But anyways, that night, a FBI agent by the name of Reed Morris comes to his house and tells him that he wants him to work undercover for the FBI to bring back or bring down the Sybaritic Investment Corporation, because they've had a lot of illegal dealings, money laundering, and there's a lot going on in that corporation, and they want an inside man, so they get Walter to do, well, not exactly their dirty work, but to get evidence on the corporation. Now, there's also another woman who's associated with the corporation. Her name is Victoria Steer. She's a Chinese woman, and she is a billionaireess, and she pulls a lot of strings with the corporation too. She's as corrupt as Rhett Temple is. But there's also something else going on. Walter's family, his wife Judith and daughter Maggie, it's a pretty normal family. But as Walter finds out, his wife Judith has been fooling around with Rhett Temple, the head of Sybaritic Investments. And his daughter Maggie, she doesn't want to go to college, but she wants her father to give her over $250,000 so she can tour the world and become an influencer, which he turns her down. She has a hissy fit about that. So as the book progresses, suddenly his daughter Maggie vanishes after an argument with her mother. So then a tape surfaces where Maggie is giving a confession that her father abused her all her life. So suddenly Walter is sort of a condemned man. One of the workers where they live, his car is run off the road, and it seems that Walter was behind it all. So those who are against Walter are doing everything to make him seem guilty as heck. And so he has to go on the run. So he goes to his father's former war buddy, Shock, and Shock says, we have to reinvent you. So what they do is they reinvent him. He gets him into a bodybuilding process. He becomes almost like a superhuman man. He shaves his head. He puts tattoos all over his body so nobody will recognize Walter Nash. So to tell you too much more because there's so much more here. I could go on for like 10 minutes, but there's just everything happening, and it's more murders thanks to the corporation. They want to silence those who know too much about them. But this is a cliffhanger book as well too, because Walter Nash becomes Dylan Hope. That's his new identity. And there's the next book in the series, which is coming out in a few months, called Hope Rises. We have Nash Falls, and now Hope Rises. So this book is really one you have to read. If you've never read a David Baldacci book, what's wrong with you? He is one of the top authors in the world, and everything he writes is gold. So have a look for Nash Falls, and then the next book, Hope Rises, which I'm anticipating, and I will review as soon as I get it. So hopefully you did appreciate and like my review. If you do read the book and have the same opinion, let me know. If you don't agree with me, let me know as well too. So I'll be back again very soon with another first-rate book. And until that time, as I always say, stay safe, stay sane, stay in touch, and I will see you at the bookstore. Bye for now.